Hello, everybody. My name is Harold Games, and welcome to episode number 11 of my NCAA Football Imperialism series. We are starting to get to down towards the end of this series. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the Imperialism series so far. Yeah, let's get right into this one. It's Mercer, my team that I want to win, is still in it. One thing I accidentally did was I accidentally got closed out of all the tabs, so I had to redo the wheel. So if it looks a little bit different than last time, then yeah, that is why. But here we go, episode 11, kicking off with UCLA being our first team to attack. And as you can see, they have Hawaii, and then they have this southwestern portion of California. Where will they be attacking? They will be going to the southeast, which is Arizona. So they're going to be going to Arizona. And UCLA, we'll see if they can continue their shrieking imperialism, or if Arizona, holy cow, Arizona dominates the Bruins by 20 or by 32. Wow. And because of that, Arizona's going to get not only mainland USA, but they're going to get Hawaii. So congratulations to them. We should be able to utilize the fill tool. That way this portion is a little bit easier. Not to worry about filling this in. There we go, and then we'll go back to this tool for that. But yeah, congratulations, Arizona. Yeah. And for UCLA, it was a nice run. They went on to, or they went off of mainland USA and to Hawaii. They beat Hawaii. Or sorry, I don't think they beat Hawaii. Someone else beat Hawaii. I cannot remember who. And they beat the team that beat Hawaii. They took over that land, and yeah, nice win for Arizona. Hope everyone's day is going well. My White Sox just won their second game in a row for the first time this season, and our one win from double-digit wins. We're slowly making progress. But yeah. And we're going to give Arizona a logo expansion because you can see, Texas Tech owns this weird jut of land, which means they can only play against Texas Tech in Oregon. So we're going to expand Arizona's logo, not by much, or we'll just kind of center them right here, and then we'll just expand it like that. That way, they still have some land, or that way we expand on their logo. There we go. And we'll do the fine print. Get rid of that extra white. There we go. But yeah, no need to. That's why I don't even know. Sometimes I just say random stuff. I don't know. But UCLA loses as Arizona. Let me just make sure Arizona did. Yeah. Arizona is gonna, or UCLA is gonna be off the wheel. Next team is going to be TCU. Former runner-ups at the Natty. Here's TCU. They own most of Central Texas. Where will they be attacking? They will be attacking to the northeast, which that is North Texas. North Texas against TCU. Here we go, North Texas against TCU. See if the Horned Frogs can pick up this win. Holy cow, they do. Wow. Woo! That was a domination of a victory. 61-point dub for the Horned Frogs. Wow. Sorry to any North Texas fans. Wow. At TCU. They were the runner-ups for a reason. And I feel like if they had a second crack at Georgia, they could have played better. I just think the lights were too bright for them and they just didn't have the top end talent at the end of the day. I also did not watch most of the game, so I can't really say too much else about that. So, if I'm a casual, I'm a casual. But TCU wins, and North Texas is off the wheel. Next team is going to be Oklahoma, so we're staying in the Plains. Could get a TCU-Oklahoma matchup. That is not what we'll get. They're going straight east, which is Arkansas. That's right, Oklahoma has not played yet, so Arkansas against Oklahoma. Big opportunity for the Razorbacks to expand on their land, or for Oklahoma to really pull off a nice upset win. Because I don't think Oklahoma did well this year. I don't know if they missed a bowl game. Matter of fact, we'll just look it up. Oklahoma football. Yeah, 6-7. They didn't miss the whole. They didn't miss a bowl game, but still. Arkansas against Oklahoma. And Oklahoma, though, with a 3-point victory over the Razorbacks. In terms of this Imperialism, I'd consider that an upset, but unknown about real life. And just like that, Oklahoma now owns all of this land. Wow. And for Arkansas, their story has come to an end. But the story of red teams is still alive. Man, congratulations to Oklahoma for their victory and for Arkansas for hanging in this long. Yeah, congratulations to Oklahoma and Arkansas. Yeah. Guess I can ramble a little bit on the schedule for me. Again, as I stated last episode, it really doesn't matter if people are still watching this episode to this point to you guys, but if you're watching at this point, be on the lookout for however many episodes I mentioned in my community post, because this series will conclude tomorrow. Well, Wednesday the 3rd. It will be the day of when these episodes come out, but that is because I'm shutting down not shutting down my channel, but shutting down uploads until after my finals, which occur next week, all week. And the reason why I'm shutting it down now is so I can get some time to study properly instead of focusing on YouTube, because studies do come first. And it was like this last semester for me too, for YouTube. I obviously wasn't a big channel during that time, but I didn't have any uploads until after my finals were done for last semester. So expect a halt on videos and for a little over a week. not only for me to focus, but also to kind of brainstorm ideas of series that I want to do that I can do when I am with more technology. So yeah, but yeah. And again, franchise, I can't. Every day I'm looking at full miners franchise stuff. They're making a lot of progress now, but still no official release date as of now. So we'll just have to keep an eye out on that. I'll just have to keep an eye out on that. And if anyone has any suggestions for rosters that I could look at and test for Xbox Series S, let me know because I'll definitely look at them. But I know the full miners rosters will be the best rosters. But if anyone has any ideas or any rosters for Xbox Series S that have current or that have players where they're supposed to be and stuff, that would be great. Uh, not I don't know if I'm going to use those rosters and start early, but I will definitely test them out on a secondary franchise. But yeah, but this obviously has been the longest filling stuff in, mainly because I am not expanding the uh, the color brush. But yeah, here is Oklahoma, and again, there's no teams that can really hurt Oklahoma in terms of location. If we expand Oklahoma, as long as we keep them in kind of like the center area, then that'll be good. But we will give them an expansion because we're starting to get close to the end, and expansions of logos will be key. So there you go. And we will get rid of the Razorbacks. Congratulations to Oklahoma for the win. Next team off the wheel is going to be Penn State. And not off the wheel to attack. Penn State, it's been a while. I don't remember the last time. I think Syracuse is the last team that they played against, which is why they control all the northeastern region. They're going straight south, which that is going to be Maryland. Big Ten matchup right here. Maryland against Penn State. So we'll see who wins here. Maryland and then Penn State. Battle of a few Big Ten teams remaining, in Penn State shuts out Maryland, Tua's brother, if he is still on the team, which I believe he is. Yeah, that's another Big Ten team off the board. So, congratulations to Penn State. To Maryland, your run is done. It was a nice run, but unfortunately, actually, it was just one run. In terms of not having to play, it was a nice run. You only had to play once. We're gonna do our best to keep that Old Dominion land alive. Not the best, but it is what it is. But yeah, in terms of upload schedules, when these go out, do not expect do not expect any uploads until Friday the 12th. Friday the 12th is when I plan on having another upload, but right now I'm not really planning on new series besides franchise. Hopefully, I'll get some word about those rosters. I would expect a Road to the Show episode, which no one watches it. No one watches it. It's okay. It's not going to be a commentary one because I cannot figure out the audio uh, for that. So it might be a little boring without commentary, but yeah. Next team to attack is going to be Oregon. It looks very close to Old Dominion, but It is Oregon, and as you can see, they only have two teams they can play against: Wildcats or the Cougars. Well, no, they could play against three. They could play against Texas Tech. He'll be going northeast. That is Washington. That is Washington. Washington against Oregon. This will be fun. Or not? Well, not Washington. Washington State against Oregon. The Cougars. And the Cougars do beat Oregon. Wow. 4-point victory. And just like that, the Cougars will own majority of this land up here. This is gonna be fun to run border up. Yeah, congratulations to the Cougars for the winning for Oregon. Run is done. Again, if I'm not talking, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm bored. It just means that I'm just focusing on this. Sometimes I lose my train of thought, and when I tend to ramble, I tend to not make any sense at times. So I'm trying to avoid that at all costs. What I will do though for my trip, because it's a storm chasing trip, I will um, not like vlog it, but when I record storms, I will record them and create like this little create a. I've never used iMovie before, but or I haven't used it in a while. I've used it just not in forever. So I'll check it out and like test some clips, and I'll look at uploading some of the storms that we chase. This part is getting absolutely butchered. Yeah, screw it. It'll get filled in anyways. 9:36 at night. A little tired, so. But I'm grinding out these uploads so you guys don't have to wait, I don't know, 12 days? Or not 12 days. Today is Tuesday. At the time I'm recording it. 9 days. So you guys don't have to wait 9 days, or 10 days actually, for. At the time I'm recording it will be 9 days when this goes out. Of you guys waiting for the conclusion of this series. But yeah, Oregon is eliminated. Next team to go on, or next team to attack, it's going to be Tulane. The first time Tulane is getting an opportunity to attack. Now, we're going to have an exception because Tulane's land is touching South Alabama's land, and it's a very minimal distance of water that they have to cross. We'll consider South Alabama as a potential target, and LSU, if they get straight north, will consider that. No matter, I mean, this is their own land that they're crossing over. It doesn't matter, but if it lands on South Alabama northeast, then we will be. I will consider that an in range for an attack for Tulane. They're going northwest, which from the logo that is going to be LSU. If you don't know how much land LSU has, here's all of LSU's land, all the purple. So Tulane against LSU. This will be interesting. I think there are, if I remember correctly, LSU is literally Louisiana State. Yeah. Which I don't know why they have them referred as Louisiana State. I know that's what they're called, but I'd rather have them be LSU. That way it doesn't confuse people. As LSU dominates the Green Wave. So unfortunately for the Green Wave, we will not have to be able to experience that. They small conference or small team battle between USA, also known as South Alabama. That is the team on the wheel where it says USA. That is South Alabama. I know that's their nickname because when I applied for college there, they literally stated LSU, or sorry, not LSU, USA. Come to USA. So that's their nickname. Or slogan, or shortened name, not nickname. Again, it's late. At this time of the year for people who do school, it's late. Especially when I had an early morning class. But anyways, focusing on this, LSU wins and almost getting there. LSU wins, and Tulane, unfortunately, is going to be off the map. Next team is going to be Oklahoma. So they've already played today. And they've had, excuse me, they've had a logo expansion. They can go up against Wisconsin, Tennessee, Louisiana Tech, TCU, Texas Tech, Air Force, and North Dakota State. But where will they be attacking? Pretty much west, southwest. That is going to be Texas Tech because of west-southwest. That is Texas Tech against Air Force. This will be interesting. Texas, not Air Force, Oklahoma. Right? Yeah. Oklahoma against Texas Tech. Texas Tech against Oklahoma. And we have Texas Tech. Wow. So unfortunately for Oklahoma, they just lost all of their land that they just gathered earlier in this episode. And for us, and for Texas Tech, they're eliminating a red team. Not only that, they have one of the weirdest land masses in Imperialism. One of the weirdest. And for Oklahoma, unfortunately, your run is done, but congratulations for making it this far and getting a huge chunk of land. Try to attack the wrong team, unfortunately, though. And for Texas Tech, they move on and have quite literally own all of the plains besides Texas. Yeah, this is the weirdest bit of land that I have ever seen in Imperialism. Really weird. Alrighty. Oklahoma, unfortunately, will be off the wheel. We will continue on with our wheel spins. Next, we have North Dakota State. So, a lot of big land masses. North Dakota State is sandwiched. They cannot play against Air Force because Air Force is unreachable. So they are sandwiched by two giant land masses, and it is up to North Dakota State to see if they can dethrone either Texas Tech or Washington, and that's not a possible location. That is also not a possible location. That is a possible location. Texas Tech. Wow. Texas Tech against Washington. Texas Tech will get another or not Washington, North Dakota State. I don't know why I said Washington. North Dakota State University. Can North Dakota State continue their FCS spirit? Oh, barely lost. Wow. GG to North Dakota State for being one of the FCS powerhouses. But unfortunately, Texas Tech's land continues to get weirder. And they are really starting to showcase how much of a powerhouse they could actually be, as they now are touching Washington's land in multiple points. And are slowly continuing their empire for imperialism. Congrats to North Dakota State. It was a late addition to the map, but they lasted very long, and unlike some other teams, they did expand quite a bit. Unfortunately, was unable to get the job done for their fellow FCS squads, but they did have a nice run, and pats on the back to them. But unfortunately, their run is done, and Texas Tech continues to get weirder in terms of their land. And for North Dakota State, it was a fun ride, and I don't believe they are in the NCAA basketball Imperialism series, so for being in the only football series, they had a nice season, and we'll see them next year for Imperialism. But again, Texas Tech gets a little bit weirder as North Dakota State is off the wheel. And we will finish off this episode by doing one more spin. It's going to be Florida State. Here's Florida State. They only have two teams. Well, technically three. They could go up against LSU. They cannot go up against Tennessee. There's no way to figure that out. They can go up against Mercer, which I hope Mercer wins. But where will Florida State be attacking? Southeast? Can they go southeast? They can. Florida State against Mercer. Wow. Going to Mercer. Please, Mercer. You upset Georgia at Georgia. Please win. Mercer against Florida State. The last minute of the last video was Mercer winning. Can we add the last spin of this video be Mercer winning? Florida State. Please, Mercer. No, dang it. All good runs come to an end, though. And congratulations to Florida State. Unfortunately for Mercer, run is done. Was hoping we could outlast to the final episode, but unfortunately, Florida State does get rid of Mercer. Mercer had a heck of a run, only played against one team besides Florida State, which was Georgia, and they upset Georgia. That is the highlight of imperialism, of all of my imperialisms episodes. It really is. And for Florida State, well, let's make that bit look weird. Florida State, they win their second game of imperialism and move on to the next episode. For Mercer, it was a fun time, but unfortunately, Mercer's run is done. So now all I have for in terms of teams I'm rooting for is Ball State from action because they beat Ohio State pretty early in the series. There we go. Alrighty, and then before we officially end the episode, let's get rid of Mercer. Unfortunately, there's no more goated Mercer. There we go. And with that being said, we are slowly getting down to the end of this series. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 if I counted correctly. We are slowly getting down to the end of imperialism. And I just realized this is probably going to take a lot longer to record, so I'll get right to the next episode. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace.